Good morning. I love that we get to practice this each and every Sunday. I said, good morning, church.
Good morning.
Ah, there we go. Now it sounds like we got some folks up in here. Hello, welcome to Mount Diablo Unitarian Universalist Church. My name is Javon Haskin. I'm your music director, and I'm delighted to be joined here today with Laura Zucker and Nasa Matt and our beloved Brett Carson on piano. And I am going to tell you a little bit about our gathering song this morning, which during the Civil Rights era, this children's gospel hymn by African-American composer Harry Dixon Lowes, it reminded people that each individual light could be the one that begins to break through injustice. So please rise in body or spirit and join us in singing This Little Light of Mine.
Good morning. And welcome to Mount Diablo Unitarian Universalist Church. I'm Reverend Rodney Limry, and my pronouns are he and him. We come together every Sunday not as perfect beings, but as seekers committed to creating the world that we wish to inhabit, even if it's only for the short time that we're together. Whether you're joining us here in the sanctuary, in Borton Hall, or via live stream, or even outside, we're very grateful that you've decided to be part of this co-creation for a better world today. And we hope that you take some of your experiences and learnings from here and out into the larger world for the rest of the week. For those visiting us this morning, welcome, and welcome back if you're returning to campus after a while. Ooh, let me just breathe, because it felt like I ran up that aisle. Sorry, y'all. I could feel the breath losing. For those online, please join us for a virtual coffee hour, which is held 15 minutes after the service, so that you can say hello to the people you've been chatting with in the YouTube chat. And if you're visiting physically with us or online, we do hope that you'll fill out a visitor card so that we can keep in touch with you and let you know what's going on here. Most of the months, on the first Sunday of the month following the service, this is the time where people can sign the membership book. Membership is an integral part of our community connection and gives you full rights and responsibilities within our congregation. We will have that opportunity today in Borton Hall after the service. And for those of us who need a listening ear, we do have pastoral listeners who are on campus, and you will see them near the water column during the offertory. Today, we are very honored to have a special guest share an important message of resilience and joy. Heather Vickery is the coordinator for congregational activism at the Unitarian Universalist Service Committee, supporting all of our UU congregations in justice work while organizing for trans and migrant liberation through organizations like Pink Haven, Coalition, and the Community Accompaniment Program. She is also a ministry aspirant at Star King School for the Ministry. She enjoys hiking, gardening, and cooking with her rescue pup, Nova, who I now understand is a super mix of lots of different things, and other loved ones. So please join me in welcoming Heather to our community today. And we are a busy congregation, thus the shortness of breath that I was experiencing. With fears about our democracy rising, many are holding concerns about this upcoming election day. On Tuesday, we will host a meditative space from 10 to 6 here in the sanctuary, with a brief vigil from 12 to 1 in hybrid format, if that is something that you would like to take advantage of. Also, please join us this week for Vespers, a community dinner, and the minister's conversation on Wednesday evening. You can do all of it, or one of those things, or obviously none of them, but we'd rather you do one or more. And I also just wanted to remind everyone that every Thursday, our Justice website is updated, and it contains all of the local and national actions that you can take to make this world a little bit of a better place, many of which you can do from your own home for those who are not disruptors out there in the streets, because it takes everyone. So finally, welcome to this, our beloved community.
Good morning. I am Linda Russell, a member of your Board of Trustees, and my pronouns are she, her, and hers. Welcome to our service. We begin our services by reading our mission together. We bring to life our Unitarian Universalist values as we seek truth and work for justice, nurture compassion and courage, reach out to each other and to our larger community of faith, bridge the divisions that wound the human family, transform ourselves and our world. This community is self-supporting. Our donations of time, talent, and treasure fuel all we do here. Please save the date for our annual Bid for Love auction this coming Saturday, November 8th, from 5 o'clock to 8 p.m. This is our largest fundraiser of the year and a great chance to meet people. This year's theme is full of music and fun for the whole family, with a penny auction for the kids and childcare provided for the little ones. At a time when we are all working to be a sanctuary for one another, let's make this the best bid for love ever. Please also mark your calendar for a chance to work together toward dreams for this sanctuary congregation, which will be Saturday, November 22nd from 10 to 2 p.m. Stay tuned for more details. Welcome. It's good to be together.
And today we're gathered to listen to a message about how joy is a resistance, so I'm going to invite you all. Oh, no, I'm not. Come on up. Sorry. So sorry.
You were not a problem. You were just too out of breath.
No. Lots of oxygen.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Emily. My pronouns are she, her.
Hi, I'm Janice Davis, and my pronouns are she, her.
So, I've been coming to this church for less than a year, and I keep hearing about Bid for Love. Janice, can you tell me more about it?
Oh, Linda just did.
I wasn't listening. I was on my phone.
I see. Oh, so true. Emily loves her phone and her dog. So, it's our biggest fundraiser of the year. And we are so excited that people like Emily are involved and helping Sharon Solstice guide us through to this great event on Saturday.
So, it's at night. Oh, yay for Sharon.
Yay
She's
for
amazing.
Sharon!
So, is it only for members, or can I bring friends?
You can bring your friend. Does a child?
Is there childcare? Yeah.
Yeah, there is childcare, and it's free.
Amazing. Is there food? Because I get hungry, and then I get hangry, and that's no good.
Right. Emily, we are going to provide light suppers, it's called this year. We're not just doing hearty hors d'oeuvres, but we're doing light suppers. So you'll be fed, and you don't have to pay for the food.
But what about drinks? Because I get thirsty, and sometimes I get anxious, and fermented beverages can help with that. Sometimes.
Yes. We will have wine and beer and other non-alcoholic items for sale. We buy tickets for those drinks. The church provides coffee, tea, and lemonade, so you will not be thirsty.
Thank God. Or goddess, or whatever. Sorry.
That's right.
Okay, is it just going to be a bunch of people milling around, either on their phone?
No.
Is there going to be music?
This
or
year,
is it just going to be boring?
Oh, music, music, music. I'm wearing my treble shirt in honor of music, music, music. And we are going to have a DJ this year, Emily, who has a playlist, and Javon has been excited about this and helping. Let's hear it for Javon. So it's going to be a fun evening. There's going to be games, there's going to be music, there's going to be good food and fellowship.
And I've heard the past few weeks, hey, donate, donate, donate. Some of my donations didn't make it up because technology is evil. Well, not evil, just the critters got in it.
That's right, but not to worry,
Okay.
because you can always contact Bid for Love at MDUUC.org, and that way that will solve the problems, because some things have been are in the catalog. Oh,
There's a catalog
yes,
already?
there's a catalog, and the online bidding starts today at noon.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay. Woo!
So we're very excited about this.
But do I have to be there on Saturday to bid?
You don't know, you can bid online, but if you want to come on, we encourage people to come on Saturday, of course, because it's more fun, and also you will be able to know if you are a winning bid that night.
Because I might get outbid because bidding closes on Friday. and
Right,
then-
it closes on Friday, online bidding closes on Friday in preparation for the event on Saturday.
Okay. And will I know on Saturday if I won? Because I need that serotonin. It's hard.
Yes. Yeah,
Times
you
are hard.
should know, Within 2 days, an email will be sent to you about if you're winning.
And if I win one of those awesome crafts like the Afghans or the socks or whatever, can I take them home that night?
Sharon's working on the socks, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes, what we encourage people to do, if you win something, you bid on something in the marketplace, then Crafts Plaza is what we're calling it this year, then you are encouraged to take it home.
So there are some events that have like 20 seats, and I doubt that all of them will be sold. Will there be a chance to like win the biddings? The extra seats afterwards, so
yes,
Saturday?
If there are some extra seats will be tallied up, and that will be on our online event.
So there's like a second chance auction afterwards online?
Always.
Oh my God, more serotonin.
Yes.
Yay. All right. And is there anything else that I should know, or these lovely people who are laughing at us, with us, should know?
Well, there are things to know. But I'm having trouble remembering.
Okay. Bidding starts at noon. If you have questions, Sharon's there.
That's right. We're here. And we really, really want people to attend. That's the thing. Even if you feel like your budget is really, really tight, there's a lot of fun to be had, and we want to see you there. So that's our message, and we look forward to all of you being there.
All right. Thanks, guys.
I'm so glad I sat back down. So now is our time where we get to turn to one another and greet each other, and what a wonderful way to express some joy. So just turn to your neighbor and say, I'm so glad you're here.
time in Spanish?
No tenemos miedo, no tenemos miedo, no tenemos miedo hoy, oh, en mi corazón.
I invite you to join me in lighting the chalice. We light this chalice to remind ourselves to treat all people kindly, to take good care of the earth, to live lives full of goodness and love, and to be the best people we can be.
Morning, y'all. So I have some props today and a kit of goodies for you. If you could just pass those out to all of you. I wanted to tell y'all a bit about a story. Sorry, let me get situated. So this is a story about a single mom and her daughter here in Contra Costa County. The mom's name is Sally, and I have some things from them. So the first thing I have is a coffee mug, and this is Sally's coffee mug that she, for 15 years, drank out of at her table in the kitchen, thinking about what she's grateful for every morning. And unfortunately, a few years ago, Jill got a little sick, and bills started to pile up for Sally. And those medical bills were so large that unfortunately they lost their home. And so Sally and Jill had to live in their car for a while. And this is the blanket that Jill would like to use in the back seat of the car to keep warm, huddled together. And right in front of all of you right now are Magna blocks, and what I'm hoping you can do is build a little house. And the house is going to help us, because do you think a house is the only way to have a home? No. What else makes a home? What makes a home? What's that? Yeah, yell out home things. Here we got a coffee cup that reminds her of her life with her daughter, a blanket that reminds her of the love between her mother and a child. Those things are what a home are. The building is just a house. And they did lose their house, but lucky for them, they live in Contra Costa County with an organization called Shelter Inc. that we know about. And Shelter Inc. was around to help them. And Shelter Inc. is in our county helping people find temporary and permanent housing when they're in situations like Sally and Jill. So there should be a picture of a building, a house, up on the screen. And if you, as youth, want to try and build a house similar or one bigger, one on wheels, I see, that's fantastic. Maybe it's a tiny home. So Shelter Inc. is a really important organization here that really believes that we all belong, we all matter, and we all deserve safety and love. And today, for those of you in the room that are not normally in the room with us, today is a Share the Plate Sunday. And what that means is that your parents or guardians, every month, one Sunday a month, donate money to a special cause and organization where we share the plate of the congregation. And so later on this afternoon, while you're in religious education classes, your guardians and parents will be given the opportunity to share from their heart to an organization, in this case, Shelter Inc., and that hopefully will remind all of us of the importance of having a home and not just a physical house, a location. So if you are going to donate today in the service, you can either place your check or cash in an envelope and mark Shelter Inc. on it or share the plate. Or if you're joining us online, just click the Donate Now button from MDUUC.org. And before we finish up, why don't you all lift up your little houses that you have, or your big houses that you have built, and just show the congregation what you've done. Let's see what you've done. Awesome. Yeah, you can stand up and show them too. And now it's everyone's last chance to yell out something that makes a house a home. Love. And now I invite us to sing the youth out to their religious education classes today.
May your mind be open to new learning. May your lips bring truth into the world. May your hearts know love and your hands do the work of justice as you go your way in peace. As you go your way in peace.
Hello, good morning. My name is Casey Gardner. My pronouns are she, her, and they, and them. So I have a complicated relationship with protesting. Because if I'm being completely honest, I've been to a lot of protests. I remember being maybe 12 or 13, marching through the streets in Oakland where I grew up, holding a sign and shouting, "Hey, hey, ho, ho, Bush and Cheney have got to go." I remember campaigning vehemently against the Iraq War, abortion bans, Prop 8. When March for Our Lives pushed back against gun violence in schools, I bought the shirt, made the sign, dutifully participated. Still, Bush served for 8 years. The Iraq War went on far too long and took the lives of far too many. Prop 8 was law until the Supreme Court overturned it, just like I marched to maintain a woman's right to choose until the Supreme Court overturned it. Mass shootings persist, and even though I was on the streets the first and second time the Orange Man was elected, he's still there. See, here's the problem. I never felt like I saw protesting do much. And while I believe for a while that it was still completely ineffective, that was until Black Lives Matter showed me something different. The power of direct action, economic disruption, and civil disobedience. After George Floyd was killed, people did so much more than hold signs. They broke the law on purpose. They did things that challenged the idea that being peaceful was the only way. They weren't violent, but they were so loud and visible and unafraid of consequence that this is why the world listened. And institutions shifted and perspectives changed. And for what felt like the first time in my lifetime, I saw protesting do something. But in retrospect, that might have also been the last time. Because while that movement saw change, it also saw backlash. And the image of those who championed racial justice morphed into this image of those who stirred unrest. Over this past year especially, I've watched in horror as everything BLM worked to accomplish was not only rolled back, but made worse, with militarized police not only becoming normalized, but nationalized. So in my personal life, protest looks a little bit different. It is much quieter. For me, my form of protest is working with youth who may not yet know their power in shaping the future, designing curriculum that will push them to be radically accepting as well as critically conscious. It is sharing information and prompting discourse. It is being unafraid to engage with conflicting views, making art, and holding space for those that might not yet understand the true dangers of this administration. But it is exhausting, and it is lonely. And as I hear of students disappearing from classrooms, while teachers discuss nervously what they would do if it was them, I regularly wonder if anything I am doing is making a difference. And sometimes I'm so tired and defeated and burnt out. The only type of resistance I have the energy for, if I'm being honest, is arguing with people online, which is the most ineffective type of protest. But when my friend Zoe asked me a couple of weeks ago to go to the Santa Cruz No Kings protest, my immediate response was, ugh. I knew it wouldn't really change anything, except for maybe striking a blow to a dictator's narcissism. But she was committed. She said, in her words, I need to at least be counted by the drones. And I was already there, so I went. And there was music, and there were bubbles, and dancing, and children, and funny signs, and people in costumes. Honestly, it felt more like a pride parade than a protest. I didn't march. I didn't chant. But I smiled so much that day. And I talked to so many lovely people. And at that event, now the largest nationwide protest in American history, I felt a weight lift that I didn't know I'd been carrying. Because I was reminded of something about protest that I had forgotten in all of those years of becoming so jaded. Acts of resistance are not always about showing our anger, and they don't have to make enough waves to rock the boat in order to matter. They can just be about rekindling our joy, reminding us that when the real work of activism feels futile, that there is a reason we continue to push through. Sometimes all that requires is being with people you love in one place, knowing how safe and cared for you are in those pursuits. I know we are watching everything that makes us us slowly be whittled away. There may not be much we can do about that, at least not alone. But we can resist the push to make us feel alone, afraid, and disempowered by banding together to show our deep humanity in these times. And some days, that can be more than enough. So come, let us engage in the necessary work of rejoicing in the quietly radical act of being together.
Shirley Caesar is a legendary gospel musician, and she wrote this song to reflect deep faith in God and the knowledge that true joy doesn't depend on your circumstances. So please, rise in body or spirit to sing this song of resistance. This joy I have.
This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away.
This strength I have.
This strength that I have, oh yeah, the world didn't give it to me. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Oh, this love that I have, this love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. One more time, yeah. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away.
We have come to that time in our service. First of all, I should introduce myself. I don't usually have to at this point in the service, but I'm the Reverend Leslie Takahashi, and I serve here as the lead minister. My pronouns are she and her. And I'm so grateful to be part of this service today. And this is the time when we take into the loving heart of this community those joys and sorrows that are too great to bear alone. And I'm going to invite those who've written in our book of joys and sorrows to come forward at this time. Before I do that, I want to mention two things. And one of them is our beautiful ofrenda that we created during our service last week. We have kept it up, as is tradition, through today. But if you placed a picture of your loved person or a special object on the ofrenda last week, we would ask you to please remove it today after service so that it gets back to you. That would be wonderful. And then the second part I'm going to ask Aiden to light a candle for, and that is for all of our neighbors who are now experiencing great fears of food insecurity. And if your family or household is one of those, we know some of them, but we don't know all, please do see me or contact me at some point this week and let us know, because we want to help. And if you're able to donate to the minister's discretionary fund to support this, please do, because we want everyone to know that we're here to help with that. I'm going to ask Susan Rapp to light our first candle today. Susan writes, "My brother died unexpectedly yesterday. I'm praying he's free of all pain and suffering." We are holding you, your family, and your brother, Susan, in our hearts. Thank you. I am lighting a candle for Rana Miller Owen, who writes, "I am starting the first of 5 rounds of radiation on November 3rd. Please keep me in your thoughts that the side effects are none to minimal. My treatments are on November 3rd, November 5th, November 7th, November 12th, and November 14th. Peace and love, Rana." And I am lighting a candle, Mary Beth Spencer is lighting a candle, or has asked that a candle be lit. And Mary Beth asks that we light a candle for the people of Montego Bay and Jamaica who lost, and surrounding areas, who this week lost their homes, their electricity, their schools, their access to clean water, and who once again have to rebuild their lives. Thank you, Mary Beth. And we're lighting a candle today for Nancy White. Nancy writes, "I am at home after surgery on Monday and feeling better every day. My son and daughter are helping, and I appreciate well wishes of friends here and beyond. In the hospital, I frequently thought of our song, 'Comfort Me.' That works any place or time." And I'm inviting Tom Taylor to light a candle this morning. Tom says, "Happy to find a room in Martinez." Yes. And he also is putting a pitch in for his Bid for Love. Join me Thai cooking March 13th. There you go. There you go. And we light 2 final candles. One holds those joys and sorrows that are too big to hold alone. These are also held in our loving embrace. And the last candle today is for our hopes and dreams, for our communities, our nation, and our world.
Our meditation song was written in 2017 by Ali Halpert, a queer Jewish musician and activist, as a meditation to heal personal and societal grief. I'm going to ask that you remain seated as we learn and sing Loosen, Loosen. I know that some of you may be familiar with this. It was new to me, so there are two parts to it. And the first part goes like this. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Sing with.
Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go.
One more time together.
Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go.
Now the second part goes like this. Holy breath and holy name, will you ease this pain? Sing with us.
Holy breath and holy name, will you ease this pain?
Choose a part.
Holy breath and holy name, will you ease this
Now
pain?
choose a part as we sing both together.
Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go.
One more time.
Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. The weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. The weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go.
I invite us now, in body and spirit, to adopt a posture of prayer. Holy breath, Holy One of many names, loosen the tightness in our chests so that we may be filled with spirit. Loosen the tightness in our muscles so that we may move with purpose. Loosen the tightness in our jaws so that we may speak with love and conviction. We have been made in the image of the holy. Every body is a temple. Every inhale is an act of communion. Every exhale is a prayer. Let us not forget this truth, and let us remind others of our collective sacredness when they forget it or choose to ignore it. Spirit of life, holy breath, release us from those things which bind us, not just to breathe and move and speak, but then also to shout and dance and sing. May we be loud and proud of who we are, who you have made us to be. May we bless and be blessed by the sacred ground, as all ground is beneath us. May we make a joyful noise together and never stop. Amen. May it be so.
Taking care of yourself today. Hope that you are loving yourself today. You deserve the love you so give away. Hope you know that you're beautiful today. I'm sending love to you from my heart. I hope you know that you are a work of art. When it feels like your world is falling apart, please remember you are never alone. Never alone. So if you feel like giving up today, just know that tomorrow will be a brand new, beautiful day. The sun will rise and the old things will fade away. You don't ever need to change a thing, honey. You are perfect as you are. You're beautiful. Yes, you are beautiful. I am here for you whenever you need. Don't you listen to negative self-belief. Everything will be okay soon. You'll see you are strong, wonderful, worthy. So if you feel like giving up today, just know that tomorrow will be a brand new, beautiful day. The sun will rise and the old things will fade away. You don't ever need to change a thing, honey. You are perfect as you are. You're beautiful. Tomorrow will be a brand new, beautiful day. The sun will rise and the old things will fade away. You don't ever need to change a thing, honey. You are perfect as you are. You're beautiful. You're taking care of yourself today. I hope that you are loving yourself today.
Aren't we so incredibly lucky to have such incredible talent in our congregation? Yes. Absolutely one of my favorite things about coming here on Sundays. So good morning, I'm Andy Smith, and I'm a member of your Board of Trustees. When I was a teenager, and all I wanted for Christmas or Hanukkah was cash, my parents started donating to charity on my behalf a portion of their presents to me, donating to others part of what they were going to give to me. As you can imagine, this did not bring me much joy, and my parents encountered a fair bit of resistance. However, by the time I was 22, which was when I found myself actually apologizing to my parents for being such a pain in the butt as a teenager, I started donating to charity on my own and found that it gave me great joy to give. I've continued my donations of time and treasure. I suppose talent would fit in there as a third T, but that's maybe questionable. But I continue my donations of time and treasure over the years, and my joy has continued as well. Many of my donations have been to our community here at MDUUC, and if you are able, I invite you to do the same. You can make a donation online by visiting mduuc.org and clicking the Give Now button, or here in person by dropping your cash or check in the baskets as they are passed around. Will the ushers please come forward to accept the offering? please join me in dedicating the offering with the words that are on the screen. To the work of this community in transforming ourselves and our world, we dedicate ourselves and our offerings.
Good morning, friends. My name is Heather Vickery. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And I am so grateful that you all invited me to be here with you this weekend. These are some difficult times we're living in, huh? It just seems like the hits keep on coming, and bad news is everywhere. The shutdown continues, food stamps are at risk. Our federal government is sending troops to liberal cities. Our trans and migrant siblings are being criminalized, and fascism is on the rise around the world. So if you're willing and able, please raise your hand if you felt despair or anguish at the state of the world in the last week, say. Yeah. Now raise your hand if you're struggling to know what to do or how to resist in this increase in fascism. Before you lower your hand, just look around. Take a moment. You are not alone. When I lived in Massachusetts, I organized for migrant justice through the Boston Immigration Justice Accompaniment Network, and am still in deep relationship to that work. Now I focus on trans liberation organizing through the Pink Haven Coalition. I'm a queer, gender-expansive woman who cares deeply about this world, so you can see I am right there with you in terms of feeling despair and struggling with fatalism in our current world. Alice Walker says that resistance is the secret of joy, and I think we can all understand that. As people of faith and conscience, not resisting right now is really hard to imagine. But it can be just as hard to imagine how to resist. The good news is that the inverse of Alice Walker's quote is also true. Joy is the secret to resistance. Fascism and authoritarianism want us to be afraid and disconnected. They fear our joy because it's infinitely bigger than the boxes they want to put us in. So practicing joy in moments like these is resistance, and it's essential. We can look to past struggles to see how true this is. Dan Savage, who writes for The Stranger in Seattle, says, "During the darkest days of the AIDS crisis, we buried our friends in the morning, we protested in the afternoon, and we danced all night. The dance kept us in the fight because it was the dance we were fighting for. It didn't look like we were going to win then, and we did. It doesn't feel like we're going to win now, but we could. Keep fighting, keep dancing." Please know that when I say practicing joy as resistance, I don't mean ignoring the reality we're in. Joy is not the same as happiness or comfort. Joy has room for grief and fear. Joy just knows that those aren't ever the only things. Joy recognizes that there can still be beauty, community, solidarity, silliness, and more, even during the toughest times. They're just harder to find. But because of that, they're even more rewarding when we do find them. One of my favorite examples of folks already practicing and creating joy together while holding grief and fear is with UUSC partner Tetoa Matoa. Tetoa Matoa, based in Kiribati, is dedicated to preserving traditional cultural practices through an inclusive approach highlighting the importance of safeguarding culture in the face of climate change and making sure the rich heritage of their island is accessible to all, especially those with disabilities. You see, the islands of Kiribati are projected to be fully underwater in the next 20 to 30 years due to coastal erosion and water level rise. And our partners like Te Toa Matoa allow for the grief of losing the land they have been on for millennia through no fault of their own, while making time for the joy of music and culture. And they've been working with UUSC to provide instruments to community members so that joy can be brought into the future and shared. Te Toa Matoa knows that supporting their community as they face the devastating impacts of climate change, while also championing the rights of indigenous Kiribati people living with physical and mental disabilities, is a way to practice joy. Through storytelling and music, they demand recognition, dignity, and inclusion, not just in policy, but in the everyday fabric of their society. Dr. Tanmeet Sethi, who wrote the book Joy is My Justice, says, "I do not mean that you should accept inequality or injustice as unchangeable truths. Just the opposite. When you find your own joy and create a personal path to justice, which only you can forge, you're better able to right unfairness in the world because you've risen into your own power first." This is the key. We must find small and large ways to rise into our power and to keep our focus on what we're struggling for, so we don't get overwhelmed by what we're struggling against. Another UUSC partner, the Pink Haven Coalition, which I mentioned before, is also practicing joy as a way to create justice. So much of the trans experience in this country right now is scary. People are receiving death threats and experiencing violent attacks while also being dehumanized and criminalized by our government. Yet the Pink Haven Coalition, which many UUs across the country are a part of, has helped so many folks, over 1,000, relocate to safer places and connect with welcoming and loving communities. An example of the joy this has brought in tough times was when a family let us know that they had received death threats and had been doxxed, meaning their personal information had been shared. With very short notice, we were able to connect that family with the folks in the city they were relocating to. And the folks in their relocation city decided to welcome them to their new home with balloons, signs of love, welcome gifts, so that they knew that not only would they be safer there, but that they were loved. It may seem small, but we heard back from that family that they had never felt so loved and so welcome before. Again, these acts of joy are not to be confused with toxic positivity, which would tell that family once they arrived that everything was okay, to forget about the trauma and to move on. Those of us welcoming trans folks and their families know that it will be tough even once people arrive, that their new homes will not be perfect, and that we can't fix the world for them even if we really, really want to. Instead, our practice of joy is a refusal to give up on love. It's a refusal to make ourselves or anyone else smaller out of fear. It's a refusal to be anything other than fully human with each other, even when we are struggling. Another UUSC partner that is a great example of this is the Asylum Pride House in Philadelphia. Asylum Pride House is at the intersection of migration, LGBTQIA issues, and housing insecurity, so they're really in it right now. They have a 5-bedroom house where they house and support with case management LGBTQIA asylum seekers from around the world. The founder and executive director of Asylum Pride House has said that after working in immigration for over 10 years, this is the worst and hardest it has been for her, the staff, and the residents to maintain hope and motivation. That's one of the reasons why they chose community-style housing, so that queer asylum seekers can escape the isolation that is so common for that group. Previous residents often come back to Asylum Pride House to help with tasks or just to visit with current residents and give them hope as a beacon of what's possible. It isn't uncommon for the house to host community dinners with current and previous residents and staff, including queer asylum seekers from South and Central America, Asia, and Africa all together. And if that isn't a joyful vision of the beloved community, I don't know what is. So what can we all do to practice joy and resist dehumanization and the rise of fascism in our country? We have to practice imagining the world we want. And as Ruha Benjamin says in Imagination, a Manifesto, don't shine a light only on the deadly imaginations and social orders that are killing us, but experiment and play with new prescriptions, visions, and forms of social organization. We need to stay aware of what's going on that is harming those most vulnerable, but we also need to share the joyful ways people are already resisting and have always resisted oppression, like the stories I've shared with you today. When we're together like we are today, we need to keep the vision of the world we want close, hold it together, and imagine ways we can start living into it in the here and now. After the service, at coffee hour, for example, look for a way you can make someone smile. Compliment them. Tell a dad joke. Ask someone if they need a hug. Anything. Spark gender joy in our trans and gender expansive beloveds by working hard to get their pronouns right. Know that every time you use someone's correct pronouns, you make a fascist sad. True story. Be the person who says their own pronouns without being asked so that others can feel more comfortable sharing their own and so they know that you are an accomplice and an ally. Explore your own gender expression and wear it boldly. Find ways to bring more joy into your life so you can stay in the struggle and be the best version of yourself while you resist. As I said, I'm someone who organizes for trans liberation and migrant rights, and I'm often tired and angry at this world. And something I've started to do lately that has been amazingly helpful for me is creating little pinecone critters and creatures that I randomly leave around my neighborhood. And yes, they do have googly eyes. I feel joy in the making of them. I feel joy thinking about others finding them. And I can keep coming back to them when things get hard. Feel free to ask to see pictures after if you'd like. Take a moment now, close your eyes if it helps, and think back to one thing that has brought you joy this year. Try to bring yourself back to that moment, or imagine you're with that person or doing that thing right now. Breathe it in. Take a moment and think about what is the root of that joy you felt. Is it community? Is it creativity? Is it family? What is the essence of that joy for you? Your homework, because I always have to give homework, will be to use the essence of joy as a jumping off point to create your own joyful practice that you can use to keep yourself balanced and whole. Things are just going to keep getting harder, so we need to keep practicing joy. Ask for help in thinking of something if you need to. Some people find joy in helping others. So you could be helping that person find their joy while finding your joy. Be weird. Be queer. Be beautiful and fully human. Do art. Take naps. Play. Keep dancing. Because that is what we are struggling for. The dance. And I think we can all admit that a dance battle is a lot more fun than any other kind. Amen. Ashe, and may we keep dancing.
Amen. Our final closing song today was written by Abina Kumsin Davis, who's a performer, educator, and the daughter of immigrants from Ghana, West Africa. She's also the music director for the Resistance Revival Chorus. And she composed this song we're about to sing to bring joy and solidarity to fight against oppression, especially during difficult political times. So we're going to sing this first verse through as a call and response. I'm going to invite you all to please rise in body or in spirit. And as we learn the first part of this song, and then we'll keep going through, but it goes a little bit like this. What the world needs now.
What the world needs now
is joy in resistance.
Is joy in resistance.
We will fight the good fight.
We will fight the good fight.
With or without your assistance.
With or without your assistance.
Move out of the way.
Move out of the way.
If you can't support the mission.
If you can't support the mission.
What the world needs now.
What the world needs now
is joy in resistance.
Is joy in
now let's sing it together.
What the world needs now is joy in resistance. We will fight the good fight. With or without your assistance, move out of the way. If you can't support the mission, what the world needs now is joy in resistance. What the world needs now is faith in resistance. We will fight the good fight. With or without your assistance, move out of the way. If you can't support the mission, what the world needs now is faith in resistance. What the world needs now is love in resistance. We will fight the good fight. With or without your assistance, move out of the way. If you can't support the mission, what the world needs now is love in resistance. What the world needs now
is hope.
Is hope in resistance. We will fight the good fight. With or without your assistance, move out of the way. If you can't support the mission, what the world needs now is hope in resistance. What the world needs now is joy. Is joy in resistance.
Oh, we will fight
the good fight. With or without your assistance,
move out the way.
Oh, yeah. If you can't support the mission, what the world needs now is joy in resistance.
Great job.
May this benediction carry you into the week to come. Be joyful, be queer, be weird. Remember, you are not alone. Breathe in our joyful time together. Go forth, resist, dance, play, and let's create the world that we want and that those who oppose us are afraid of. Amen.